toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gamecocks offense will have the ball first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all of the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. At the 45 on his way. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. Shows him the stiff arm.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. Turning it on. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll give it to him again. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
The Razorbacks offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Here They're dealing with a second and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
There he goes! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Got it behind the line. It's Allen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Back to throw. It's Overton. Working on the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the...
Breaks into the open. Spinderella. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Overton. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Right on the money. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Runs through a tackle.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. He'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Now on the move. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Jackson gonna throw it. Spits it out to the back. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Hunt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run from the shotgun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Grove. Doesn't quite make it to the first down, Parker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught behind the line. It's Brown. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit.
Number 19, on to kick it away.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think of it.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On third down, he drops to throw. On target over the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's White. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air. It's Overton. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle them.
Unleashes one deep. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man downfield. Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after their catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
To the air on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Complete downfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Jackson gonna throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got the tight end. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. The Razorbacks are on the move. Jackson will throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Allen. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Short hands. It's Dupree. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Razorbacks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They just keep firing. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. The 20. Touchdown Gamecocks. The defense putting points on the board. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He'll do it himself.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Jackson going to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Fires to the tight end, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Jackson will throw. Safe little shovel pass. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's White. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover. The pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. It's Overton. The screen, and watch out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, give on the inside. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking for a man. It's Overton. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lawrence. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
Here's a hit. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in a position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Gonna try to get it himself. Gotta protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the ground.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive, too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game, we're finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
The handoff keeps working on that clock. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Quick handoff. Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It's one thing to execute early